And Michael Pinter. I teach you how to start flipping houses, or if you're already doing how to grow your business. So today is the last episode of the most important room in the house, which is the kitchen. And there are four components of the kitchen. And in least important order, it is the floors and the walls and backsplash. It is the appliances, the countertops, and today we're talking about the most important, which are the cabinets, right? The cabinetry. When you come into a kitchen, the first thing you see are the cabinets. They take up the most space. They are the most expensive part of the kitchen, and they are going to make the biggest impact on anyone that looks in the kitchen, right? If you showed me a kitchen that had amazing I've seen properties with amazing cabinetry. Maybe it doesn't have the best appliances, maybe it doesn't have the best countertops, and it's still impressive, right? So obviously, the more cabinets there are, the better. There's upper cabinets, there's lower cabinets, and cabinetry can be very expensive. So I just got a quote on a house with a not such a big kitchen, and it was like $7,000 for the cabinets, and that's with labor of getting it demo the old ones and put the new ones in. So in general, right, when I'm looking at a kitchen, I'm thinking, or medium-sized kitchen is going to be about $15,000 for me to put in new cabinets, appliances, and countertops. Bigger kitchens are going to be more, 20, 25. But cabinetry is a big deal. And when you go see a kitchen and the cabinets don't look great, you got to look a little bit deeper. You got to look and see, hey, do the cabinets really need to be replaced, which happens a lot, or can I maybe reface the cabinets or paint the cabinets? So you have to see. What I've done in a lot of cases is I've painted the cabinets and changed the hardware. The hardware, which is the knobs or the handles, has a huge effect. And sometimes you'll see I've seen great kitchens with horrible hardware, just old, crappy, or bad hardware, or no hardware. I've seen a lot of kitchens that have no hardware. They don't have any pulls. They just want to open them. And I actually have kitchens and rentals where I didn't put any hardware on. It was stupid. You should always put hardware on. It makes it look better. But again, on a rental, that's hardware that you're going to have to replace because somebody's going to break it. You need to replace it. So I always look at every kitchen as to what's the least I can do here to make some money. With cabinetry, it's sometimes complicated. So sometimes I'll see decent cabinets, but like the front of the drawer got pulled off. So I know most of my guys can fix that. It's not as hard. Or if a drawer is just off the track or needs a new track. So if something needs a new track, that's an easier fix than you think. And sometimes it's hard, right? I remember I bought a house, and I wanted to put an island in. There was space for an island, but I needed to match the cabinets, and it wasn't so easy. So sometimes the island can be a contrast. So I did it a different color because I could not find the company, or that company wouldn't sell. I forgot what it was. So you're looking to make the kitchen as nice as possible. The cabinetry is going to be a big part of it. So I just finished a house in Roosevelt where I had cabinets on one side and I did cabinets on the other side and put a countertop for somebody to eat under. So if you're saying, listen, I don't know what the hell to do with cabinets, you can easily use a kitchen guy who will do a layout for you, right? I have a couple of guys, if you need help with, I can help you with that if you're in New York. But most kitchen companies will do it. But be very, very careful, because if you're going to go into some fancy kitchen store, they're going to rip you off so bad. You need to find the guys who work with investors. And I think if you have any investor friends, if you're in an area, first of all, you need help in New York, New Jersey, I can help you. I have great guys. If you're in an area other than that, you need to find investors you trust and ask them who they use for kitchens. And if they say, I use this guy, but he gets it from, you need to find out where you can buy cabinetry from. There's something called RTA cabinets, ready to assemble. They come flat, like in a little box, and then somebody puts them together. That's something to think about. Most of the cabinets I get are from China, but they are soft closed doors and they look beautiful. My standard is white shaker. You can look it up what a white shaker cabinet look like. I find that lighter color cabinetry makes makes a kitchen look bigger. White shaker is a lot of what people want. Sometimes I'll go with if I'm doing an island, I'll do a gray shaker. But shaker is simple, easy, it's timeless, never goes out of style. So the guy I use, this guy Dante, he's great. Time Cabinetry, I think that's the name of his company still. He has like 3 or 4 different types of cabinets that I know I can get really inexpensive. If I'm doing a high-end property, I'll go to him and say, what can I get that's a little nicer? Or he'll give me more choices. But you want to use a good kitchen guy. It's very important when you're flipping a house. As we said, this is the most important room in the house. And the cabinets are the most important part of the most important room in the house. So, but I would, at the same point, I would say before you're going to replace all the cabinets, you need to make sure that is the best use of your money. So again, it would be after labor. It's very common for kitchen cabinetry to cost over $10,000. It could be more. It could be $15,000. And listen, I know guys who spent $300,000 on custom cabinetry in their home, but before you spend the $15,000, and again, if you have to replace the cabinets, you always need to replace the countertop. So we're talking, it could be $20,000. So be concerned about whether you need to do it or not. And sometimes you have to take a look back, because sometimes the cabinets are gross. So say, if I cleaned them, if I painted them, if I changed the hardware, would they look good? It's you can try that for probably under $1,000. So if it doesn't work out, you still have an option to replace the cabinets after. So I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in all the ways I can help you, go to biggerflips.com, and please keep the comments coming. Please ask the questions. I'm happy to answer them. I would say that we spoke with someone. People keep asking about coaching. I have some spots left. If you're interested in coaching, you can go to biggerflips.com and see what's going on there. I'm happy to help you in any way that I can. Discuss it with you if you're interested. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. And you're watching on any media channel, please click the thumbs up. Thank you very, very much for watching. I really appreciate it.